Okie dokie. Been a while. Let's go ahead and switch over here. Okay. We are back. What's up, Light? How you doing? Glad to see you here. Let's see what sort of shenanigans we can get up to. As per usual, I'm gonna do a couple of vanilla runs and then we'll turn the integration on. Feeling better but a little tired. It's pretty late where I am. Fair enough. It's pretty late over here too. It's just past 3 a.m. Not just past, it's about 3:30 here. But I figured I've got to get back onto the stream at some point. It's been quite a few days now. Been kind of busy. Kind of dealing with bad weather, but same time zone? Yeah, let's go Eastern time zone. But yeah, so if we're in the same time zone, you should more or less understand the weather has not been great recently. So that's part of the reason why I haven't been on stream as much the past week. Double, wait, what the hell are you doing up? This is the usual stream time, except maybe late by about an hour. Hey, what's up, Miss Kai? Thank you for the follow. Hope you're having a good day or evening wherever you are. But yeah, like you already know this is the usual stream time. Maybe late by a little bit, but this is normally when I would start, kind of. Why are you up at 3 a.m.? Several reasons. Insomnia, just not able to sleep well because of the weather, general nocturnal habits. I could list a few reasons. Oh, the second bomb, okay. Good thing we weren't down there. But yeah, we are back. Weather's actually nice right now, low 60s. Yeah, it's cleared up quite nicely the past couple of days, which is the biggest reason why I'm back. Is because the weather's finally let up a bit. Just a couple of nights ago, I believe the weather in my area was like mid 80s, and that was at like midnight. It is nighttime to be sure, yeah. But you know, you take the good while you can get it. Make do with what you've got. Plus, I generally just like the evening stream time slots anyway. It's a lot more chill than having to stream during the day. Having to compete with all of the high energy people is really tiring. At least these nighttime slots I can be a little more chill, a little more relaxed. Generally not a bad thing with this time slot. Most people aren't looking for a lot of excitement at this time. You gotta wonder how many minutes of daytime streamers take. Well, I know there are a good number of them that are sponsored by G Fuel, right? So that should be an indication in and of itself. And then there's also the morning coffee people. There's the tea drinkers, which is also caffeinated. Man, I never connected those dots. Yeah, man. Caffeine is a hell of a drug. Quite literally at that. I am more of a juice enjoyer myself. I enjoy juices a lot. I don't typically drink anything caffeinated. Wasn't talking about coffee. G Fuel? G Fuel has caffeine in it. I'm pretty sure it does. That's not the right thing. There we go. Or maybe you're talking about the dots of nighttime streams plus being chill. That is well, I would hope that I make that pretty obvious, that I try not to be overly energetic. Caffeine, although caffeine is a stimulant, there are others like cocaine and so on. Fair enough, yes, that is. Those are also classified as stimulants, you're not wrong. Really hope for their own health that other streamers are not taking those sorts of stimulants, but you know, some people just gotta do what they gotta do. Hashtag high school forensics. Yeah, it's been a while since I took any forensics classes. You know, I'm actually surprised that that was even a thing in high schools. Like, you would typically maybe not want to let high schoolers know about general decay timelines for bodies and stuff when so many high schoolers are just not stable with all the hormones raging around. But I suppose if they could plant the seed of interest in a person to further their studies in forensics, that could be a good thing. Still a very odd choice of educational content though. Apparently the previous teacher had chloroform laying around in an unlocked cabinet. Oh boy. I don't think I like where that story's headed. No more story. That's it. That was the story. They just had chloroform lying around. Kind of an unhinged teacher, if you ask me, but I suppose it could be worse. Oh, I'm aware of what chloroform is. I'm not sure if I'm relieved that there's no more story or concerned that there's no more story. Hey, what's up, hooligan? Welcome back. Always nice to see a familiar face. I hope you're having a good day or evening wherever you are. There are also some unhinged shit like animal organs preserved in jars on the shelves. Yeah, I could see that. That's really not that bad. I mean, all things considered, it could be, like if it's just general animal organs, that's fine. If they're keeping human organs, that might be a separate issue that needs to be discussed. We get teleport, very nice. Explosions, put that there. I need a proper attack. That's not bad, but that's not great either. Oh, it's a shuffle one, that's not gonna help anything. That's fine. We choked around that one teacher definitely killed people because they taught and practiced forensics as well as anatomy. I mean, you kind of have to know anatomy for forensics, right? So that's kind of a given. The fact that they practiced it, I guess, could lead to some speculation, but you know, you could also argue that like a mortician would inevitably go around killing people to keep the practice going, right? That's not necessarily true, but could be a cause for concern. You begrudgingly taught chemistry. Wonder what she wanted the chloroform for? She taught us some ways to decompose the body faster. I mean, that's general chemistry, right? So it's not something super useful on its own, but I could see where people would start to draw imaginary lines. The chloroform was obviously the precursor to the body decomposing, obviously. Additional item or yeah, maybe projectile duplication. Why not? $51, $49, $52. This is the expensive one. I think we'll stick with the bombs for now. We don't really have a good way to deal with Steve anyway, so we'll just wait a few mountains for that. Bury the body vertically so it's harder to find. Shove yogurt up the orifices and chop the body up to feed it to boars, pigs, that'll eat anything. Well, at least Stream Elements moderation is doing its job. Very weird messages, but I mean, technically not wrong. It can be a little concerning if they're just teaching that out of nowhere, but since it's a forensics class, I could see it being sort of on subject for certain things. Yeah, if it was just out of pocket, like random lessons, then yeah, that's definitely sus. Hashtag my favorite teacher. Please, like, not like this. I mean, thinking about sounds very on brand with teachers, to be honest. They're pretty unhinged in general. Yeah, so that's what I was gonna say. Like, thinking about the way the that whole section of information was presented, like most teachers, at least most teachers that I've had, are of the idea that if you can't take some information and be trusted with it, then you're probably not looking at the either right information or the right subject matter for you. So they're obviously gonna, you know, be excited about their jobs or whatever they've seen, or just, you know, excited to share random information. What these students do with that information is very much something that should be watched out for, which is why I said earlier, I'm surprised forensics was even a subject in high school with all of the unrepressed hormones just making everybody crazy. Best teacher out of our entire education, according to me and my three siblings. Oh no, yeah, for sure. Like I said, a lot of those niche subjects, they are very informative, they can be very useful. But the information has to be very not controlled, but imparted in a certain way. So like if you're excited about it and like you make jokes about it and it's like very just informational, then that's fine. But if it starts getting to the point where it's like, well, here's what you do in this situation, and it becomes a little more instructional, or it feels like it has a secondary purpose, that's when maybe that teacher probably shouldn't be teaching. But again, it sounds like your teacher was very upfront about it, very excited about it, which is always a great teacher to have. My forensics teacher was also a bit of an interesting person. He had a very dark sense of humor, which he always told us was kind of necessary in the profession for like morticians and field forensics for like criminal cases and such, because you kind of have to balance all of the negative things you're going to see with some form of humor or some sort of a cope. Very endangered flowers, so it takes longer for them to examine. Yeah, there's the endangered flowers thing. There's I think you can bury there was an example one of my professor gave us was you can bury it further than 6 feet, and then just above it bury like some sort of dried meat or something, so if they come around with dogs, the dogs will false flag on the meat instead of the body. Welcome back, Light. And I don't know why you keep getting timed out. What is going on here? Ah. I didn't even know Stream Elements had a thing like that. Okay. Talking about such. Yeah, having conversations, or let me specify, having observational or educational conversations is not a bad thing, at least not in my chat. I don't really mind having a conversation about various topics, as long as it doesn't get out of hand, where, you know, somebody in chat is giving specific instructions on how to do something that's maybe not a great thing to do, or, you know, just otherwise carrying on a very bad intent with the information, then I would probably just step in myself and outright ban the person. But hey, yeah, if you guys want to talk about the birds and bees, go right ahead. I'm not gonna stop you. And if the Stream Elements tries to stop you, I'll probably cut in for a moment while or allow it for a bit until it gets out of hand. Ultimately, the birds and the bees is just a natural process, right? It's gonna happen eventually. Until it gets out of hand, you just know. Yeah, I mean, like I was just saying, it's a natural process. People are gonna learn about it eventually. I think it's better to have a healthy conversation around it. But obviously, if people start talking about deranged shit and, you know, just generally shitposting the conversation, then I'll probably just time that person out or just stop the conversation altogether at that point. But having an open educational conversation is not a bad thing in my opinion. I don't know where I'm supposed to go here. Everything is sealed off. I guess we can just use bombs. That's the wrong thing. That's also the wrong thing. There we go. Did not want to pick that up just then, but I guess that'll work. The bow entered the... Very funny, hooligan. And yes, I did laugh at that. I am in fact a 12-year-old with my sense of humor. Is there anything in here? No. Open conversation, here we go. Santa's not real. Alright. Like I said, we have to be educational out here. We're not out here to lie to everybody. You can't just go around saying Santa's not real if you have no proof. Santa's based off of a French fairy tale. Put an N at the end. Not sure what you're talking about there, hooligan. And I'm also not familiar with the French fairy tale that you're talking about, Light. Oh, thinking what kind of animal was a fair? Put the N at the end of San... Oh, you mean switch the N to the end. Children's story where some random dude chops up kids and stuffs them into barrels only for St. Nicholas to revive them at the end. Are you sure that's French? I thought that was German. Unless the story of Krampus is different. But I'm pretty sure Krampus is the one that goes around, you know, kidnapping children that misbehave and stuff. Not Krampus. Okay, so it's just a European thing for people to be weird about, about Christmas. Got it. Saint Nicholas, the religious guy or something? Yeah, I was aware that that Santa Claus is supposed to be like a derivative of the spelling for Saint Nicholas, and like that's where it started or something. I always find it interesting that Europeans have such colorful stories relating to Christmas time. Like the Germans have Krampus, who goes around stealing children that misbehave. Apparently now I know that the French have this evil guy that goes around chopping up children until Santa Claus comes to save them. Or you put your coins in your shoes for fairies? That's also something I wasn't aware of. What? Since when is that a thing? Evil guy was like the secluded butcher in the woods. I don't see a fairy coming near me anytime soon. But do you not have shoes, hooligan? You do. So you just don't want to pay the shoe fairy tax. That's fair. Circle of healing is really nice to have. Circle of vigor. Fireball thrower. Electric charge could be useful. See what we're working on. Perks, okay. Peace with the gods. I think we take that so we can break the mountains here. Because this will allow us to go in and out of the mountain freely. Started learning Mandarin, that's interesting. How's that going? Looks only learning the character so far. Looks cool, fun to learn. Yeah, I would agree. I did at one point try to start to learn Mandarin, and it's definitely an interesting language. I just don't have the headspace for it, or I didn't have the headspace for it because I was also attempting to learn Japanese at the time. That's about when I started that language. So I kind of just left it off to the side in favor of Japanese, but it is definitely a very interesting language. It's a very useful language to have too. If you can actually get a good amount of it down, you could open up quite a few job possibilities with that. Mandarin is a very high demand language. Might be too much for my plate. I'm learning Russian and French through exposure by doing Erasmus. I've never heard of Erasmus. I'm assuming that's some sort of learning platform. Russian, I'm putting papers around the house on items with the Russian names. It helps a lot. Yes, language immersion is very useful. Especially when you first start learning a language. I would definitely encourage anybody who's learning a language to try and immerse yourself as much as you can. Oh, an exchange program. That's really nice. I'm glad you have that sort of opportunity open to you. That's very nice. Super useful for language learning, being able to have some sort of exchange. When I was learning Japanese, I used to go to a language exchange. It was a local one, but we would have people that visited from Japan here either for business or education, and we would have a full-on just like English to Japanese exchange. It was very helpful when I first started learning. I hope that turns out well for you, dude. Like I said, I find it super useful. I hope you find it super useful. And yeah, immersion is very, very crucial to language learning in my opinion. Back from Liquid Break, welcome back. We were just talking about a hooligan going through what was it, a university exchange program to learn French and Russian, which I found really cool. Russian in particular is a very difficult language, so kudos to you for going after that. French, I could probably learn French pretty quickly if I applied myself, since I already speak Spanish and I can read French pretty well. There are lots of Russian people where I'm from. I talk to pretty much every foreign student, but I can't bring myself to talk to them. Maybe because I know I'll be evaluated. This is gonna sound a little forward and maybe a bit harsh, but you should get over that fear. You really need to get over that fear if you're serious about learning the language. The reason I say that is because the longer you put off trying to speak to somebody and have them correct you, the longer it's going to take for you to actually build up those conversation skills. Sure, they might laugh, they might make a couple of jokes, put a few jabs here and there, but at the end of the day, anybody who is a decent person and sees that you're trying to learn something that is more or less personal to them is going to be impressive every time, and they are going to help you every time. I hate how Spanish deals with time. Yeah, Spanish is very non-specific about time. Definitely one of the critiques I would have as a native Spanish speaker. We don't deal with time very well. I did talk to some Ukrainian Russians, so that was that. Hey, baby steps. Any sort of conversational practice that you can get, I would strongly encourage just going for it. It's like I said, they're gonna maybe poke a few jabs at you, make a couple of jokes here and there, but at the end of the day, you are still trying to learn something that is, for a start, probably personal to the person that you're speaking with, and at the very worst end, it's something that it's just generally understood to be difficult. Even if it's an international person, they understand the struggle that you're going through trying to speak in their language, much the same way they probably had to struggle learning our language, which in this case would be English. So if you speak to anybody who speaks English and Russian, and if their native language is Russian, they will more often than not help you in some sort of way. Even if it is just to like poke a joke and then say, here's how you actually pronounce this word, or here's what you actually meant to say. At the end of the day, it is a lesson learned. At least that's the way I see it. something I was looking forward to. That's very good. That's very nice. There aren't very many linguists in the world, so seeing that somebody else is excited to learn languages and such is it's always nice to see for me personally. I enjoy the process of learning languages. I enjoy just the idea of languages, being able to communicate things in different, like having the same thought just in different fonts essentially is a funny idea in my head, but it's also very interesting to me. My French probably won't be a big obstacle. Russian should be moderately difficult, and I'm progressing well. Mandarin will be hardcore though. Yeah, so I believe, I don't remember what the scale is, but there is a scale for time investment versus language acquisition, depending on the language you're originating from. And I believe starting from English, going to any of the Latin languages requires something around like, I might be wrong with the numbers, I haven't seen this in a while, but it's something like 400 hours if I'm not mistaken to be proficient in the language, or at least well versed. And then you start going from English to Germanic languages, so like German, Polish, Finnish, all of those really weird sort of middle European languages take a little more time. I think it's like 600 to 800 hours. And then you start going to outer extreme. I forgot what the proper term is, but it's basically the third tier of difficulty from English would be things like Russian, and a lot of the Saharic languages, so like Egyptian, Arabic, all of those languages. Actually, Arabic might be a distinction there, but those will generally take around 1,200 hours if I'm not mistaken. And then you go to the Asian languages, which are basically the complete opposite of any Latin root languages, and you're looking at something like 2,400 hours to be like fully like competent in those languages. I don't remember where I saw the scale, but it's something along those lines. And yeah, what you're saying is pretty much on point. So like French probably won't be too big of a deal, but Russian will be significantly harder just because of the way the language is originated. Saw blades, don't want that. The paper thing really helps. I go to the fridge, I see whatever that word is. I click a button and see whatever that word is. That is fair and true. I used to, early on, when I first started studying Japanese, before I gave up on kanji altogether, I would buy like imported manga to study my Japanese. I would read online articles with like my default language set as Japanese so that everything would be auto displayed in kanji and stuff. Having that level of immersion definitely helps increase language acquisition and retention. That's hardcore. I mean, it was a necessary evil because Japanese isn't as readily available out here in the States. So it was either you invest the proper time for it, or you just forego the writing altogether. I think when I first started going to language exchanges, I had one of my favorite teachers to like ask questions to. She was always very nice to me. She was very kind, but she was also very well versed in language acquisition since she had already been living here in the States for quite a few years. So I would ask her like how I could go about practicing writing and reading, and she basically taught me like an elementary school kid, right? So like I had this notebook with just pages upon pages of the basic alphabet, sort of just like repeated over and over to like drill it into my head. And Japanese has 3 different basic alphabets. You have hiragana, katakana, and kanji. The first 2 were the general basic ones where that just give you like the sounds for the words, for lack of a better explanation. The kanji are what give the specific definitions of the words. The notebook that I had the first 2 writing systems, the hiragana and the katakana, and it was just pages upon pages of those repeated so that I could memorize those, which was is still super useful, because if you read anything Japanese, 90% of the text, or maybe not 90, 80% of the text will be in those 2 writing systems, and then everything else that needs like a specific definition for a word or a specific idea will be explored with the kanji, which I'm not great at, and I largely gave up studying because it's really difficult to study that stuff. Okay, this is not a great place to be. Studying what? So, yeah, I'm not sure how much of that you caught, but basically when I was studying when I was studying Japanese, there are 3 writing systems. There's the hiragana, which is the basic sound alphabet for... Okay, I'm probably gonna die here. Okay, now I can focus on the conversation. So I never properly stopped studying Japanese. Language studying in general is just something that you keep doing if you're serious about it. Like I'm still learning a bunch of vocabulary and stuff like that, but I'm mostly focused on speaking now. I did mostly stop studying the writing system. But the reason is because, like I was saying, there are 3 writing systems. There are... Let's stop the noises here. New game. There are 3 writing systems. There's the hiragana, which is their basic phonetic writing for native Japanese words. And then you've got katakana, which is the phonetic writing system for foreign words. As long as you know those 2, you basically are set to read most things. So like street signs, basic literature, things like that. Like learning the symbols from ideas of what they could be, the kanji specifically. So you're gonna have a field day with Mandarin. Kanji for me is a nightmare. I understand some of the basic ones. So a lot of the repeatedly used ones are sort of just like ingrained into your memory after some time. So I do understand the basic kanji. But once you start getting to like deep literature or very specific ideas, that's where I start to get lost. Not that I was good, I just displayed unusual interest for it. Well, it's not unusual. If you're studying a language in any capacity, having a healthy interest in all aspects of it is normal, I would think. My study over Japanese was very superficial. Okay, that's subjective, I suppose. I can't speak to whether or not your study was superficial, but generally speaking, at least in my experience, anybody who learns a language to any capacity is not just superficial. There's usually like maybe not a good reason to learn it, but there's always a reason for it. Whether that just be general interest or what have you is, you know, again, a subjective reason, but a reason nonetheless. Not in terms of the reason, in terms of quality. Okay, I see. So, hit the surface of the language? Right, so maybe it was just poor word choice or poor recognition on my part. I would say that's more just a basic understanding of the language, not really a superficial understanding. Because superficial for me is having a very relaxed approach to understanding the language, like frivolous, exactly. So like you understand a word, but maybe you don't place such a significant importance to like the nuance of the word. But if, let's say, you only understand 10 or 20 words, but you understand very well what you're trying to say with those 10 or 20 words, there's a very big distinction for that, in my mind anyway. Surface level would have been more accurate? Yes, I would agree with that. Surface level would probably have been a more accurate description of what you're trying to say, I guess. Again, I don't know how deep you got into studying the language, but from my understanding, that's probably what you meant. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I took one semester of French in college. So I would say I have a surface level understanding of French as well. Not for lack of effort, more so just that I found other languages a little more interesting, right? I'm sure that's the case with you as well. It's not entirely a bad thing. It's just, you know, sometimes the interest just isn't fully there yet. And as a bonus, if you ever decide that you want to go back to that language, at least you have that sort of that basic grasp to begin with, instead of starting from absolute zero, which is always a nightmare. shouldn't be a problem, but we'll see. Mind's Eye. Uh, could just drink the blood. Yeah, but I think we just need to cover the jewel surface with oil. It should be enough. Or at least I've seen some runs where you could like fill some of it with water and then just do the rest with oil. And it typically works. We're about to find out anyway. It's fine. Look at that. It works. Very nice. Alright, let's see what we got here. Shuffle wand. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, we tried. It just works, true. Good old Mr. Howard must have had some counseling on how to get things to work here. Oh, Fire Mage. Come out and play, Fire Mage. Okay. Right, so there's that guy to deal with. Ow. And then we also don't have a light source for the darkness here. Mind's Eye doesn't work. So I guess we go down to the mountain and pray that the gods give us something useful, because there has been absolutely nothing in this area, which is very surprising. I should probably bottle some of this. Okay, down we go. Ooh, that's a lot of lasers. Chainsaws are very nice. More lasers. I almost have enough for both. That's kind of upsetting. Vampirism could be useful. We don't have very much health to work with here. And we could always get more health later on. Go ahead and grab that. Also, I guess we can focus on the laser first, kill Steve, and then come back for the other wand. Nice. 10-point landing on the statue too. I do want to hold on to Circle of Stillness. I probably should have used that instead of risking the statue, but it works. Way too expensive for that wand. Fair enough. We can do double scatter, chain, split bolts with fire. That's not too bad. That's a lot better. Now if I just don't burn alive, that would be great. Let's see, so we can put All-Seeing Eye. Nope, can't put All-Seeing Eye there, so just get rid of the wand. We have our attack wand. Let's take Burning Chill off of that actually. It's kind of scary. Fire, drink water. Although I guess like would Circle of Stillness put our own fire out? It does not. Okay, good to know. Yeah, I'm sorry, like it's as much as I would love to entertain being set on fire every 5 minutes, we don't exactly have the health for that right now. Do any of these have a better stat base? This one. Probably get away with just doing this one, right? Okay, coal pits with an active holy mountain is not bad. That's a lot of sludge. Don't detonate. Okay. Now you can detonate. Ouch. Summon egg. Could be funny, I guess, but not really useful right now. Although, the stats on that would make for a much better laser wand. We could go and set that up. Don't need both of those. Put that there. This wand, I guess we can keep as utility and get rid of this for now. Oh yeah, that's much better. Also, since we're just idly going through the motions here, I was thinking of doing a Risk of Rain 2 stream, maybe sometime early evening tomorrow, perhaps? Figured I should gauge and see if there would be any interest for that here. And of course there is going to be like Twitch integration stuff, so that is going to be a thing, or rather it has been a thing I've been looking into since I've had so much downtime recently. I don't know if I'll be awake. Do you typically sleep like during the day? I mean, I guess that's a really kind of a dumb question now that I think about it. You guys are here and it's like 4 AM, so there's only one conclusion to be made there, I suppose. Something recently messed up my schedule. I hope that something was not something too serious. I remember, I'm pretty sure it was you. You had COVID recently, so I hope that's cleared up properly. We have a black hole now. Let's go. It was Terraria, fair. I guess that is another thing I could do. I could do a Terraria stream. Maybe do like an open community world or something. Ouch. Have I played before? Terraria, where is it on Steam? I have 220 hours listed on Steam. I also had it for some time on my Google Play account, so like on my cell phones. I also played for, I want to say about 100 or so hours on my Switch. So yeah, I've played a bit. Nothing crazy. Interesting. Fast one, low mana charge. Not great. I've played about 400, including Tmod Loader. I've never actually used Tmod Loader. I have seen a lot of good things that come out of it though. So, like being able to do different world edit mods and like recovery tools and a whole bunch of other like overhaul systems. Definitely very interesting. I get lazy about mods sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. Calamity was a fun mod. Yeah, I've seen some of the gameplay videos that were circulating when Calamity was like a big thing. That looked really interesting. Then we got annoyed farming for potions. Fair. 5 Pebbles Iterator, hello. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day or evening wherever you are. Okay, that's painful. That guy. Probably throw some water down. Protect us from the fire a bit. What does this one have? Triplicate bolts. We could probably set this up to be the new attack wand. Not really. 3 capacity is not great. Rain World. I'm guessing 5 Pebbles Iterator is something significant to Rain World. I have played some Rain World, but I don't think I could stream it since I don't have ready access to it. Gonna be cautious and say no comment? Okay, fair enough. Huh. That radius was a little larger than I expected. Alrighty then. I guess we're turning mods on. Ooh, indeed. Okie dokie. Start new game with mods. Streamer mode on. And before I start the new game, I am going to take a quick bathroom break. So if anybody else needs, could I make a game transition? Sure. I'm open to suggestions as long as I have either the game or the means to acquire the game. Right now my library has some interesting choices, but Potato Sack Racing Simulator. I think I've seen that before. That's definitely a suggestion. I will I'll keep that in mind. But yeah, we're gonna take a couple minutes here. If you all need to like grab water, use the bathroom, whatever, feel free to do so. I will be back in just a moment. Okie dokie. Let's switch back over here. Alrighty, we are back. Let's go ahead and start a new game and get the ball rolling on this Twitch integration. Let's see what sort of hijinks we get up to today. Wonder if we'll discover any new and interesting ways to die. I do have magic missile. Kinda wanna... If I had mud, this would be really good. That's fine. Let's go ahead and get the easy HP from up top here. Oh. Okay. Give me the healing. Free gold, very nice. I forgot that's a thing. Very nice, okay. We are off to a very strong start here. Okay. That's rude, Mimic. Increase maximum health to 200, okay. Ooh, we got Tau. This is very interesting. Copies the 2 following spells in the wand when cast. Now, I think there were a couple of chests that flew off to the sides, so we want to check that. T! Probably fell far enough that they despawned. Oh no, it's in here, okay. We got extra health, we got whatever this wand is. Homebringer? Not super useful. Doesn't look like anything else dropped on this side, which is fine. Let's go and check the other side. There were probably a couple on that side too. All of the little ghosts. And they're all named Light. If named Light, why not Shining? I'm just curious, Light. It's in your name, you should be able to shine. Performance anxiety, fair. I did not mean to fire a missile at that thing, but okay. That works. I don't want saw blades, we'll pass on that. Hey, ghost versus ghosts. Ooh, very interesting. More health. Oh, we have bouncy spells right there. Good to know. That's scary. Let's not deal with that. Is that pheromone? That's pheromone, I want it. I should probably look for some water somewhere. That's not water. That's the opposite of water. Oh, acid. Transmutation is not fun. Okay. Water. Down we go, and up we go. Bunch of eggs. 27, low mana charge, not great. Anything over here? Doesn't look like it. Actually, there's a wand over there. Underneath here. Let's grab that. That needs to be broken into. Okay. Strength, very interesting. That's probably faster than what we have, so we'll take that. Unstable Tully is a guarantee out of the Holy Mountains, at the very least. That's a slime potion, okay. Not worth the effort. Nothing that way. Okay, out. Did not mean to run into that face first. What is this? Levitadium. I could have made Hastium if I had held on to the thing. I'm gonna watch it. Inalva, by the way. Take Alva? Where? Bottom right. Oh. Hello, friend. Ouch. The healing ghosts. Here to clutch. That's not a healing ghost. This thing has the tentacle summoning spells. This is gonna be weird to deal with. Not quite. He destroyed itself. That's unfortunate. That's fine. We can pick it up now at least. If I even want that Eldritch portal. Okay. This projectile accelerating shot. It has very good stats. I think we take it. Swap this maybe? Should be fine. I think we're basically set. Let's start making our way down to the Holy Mountain. Hey, what's up, Dracula? Welcome back. I hope you're having a good day or evening, wherever you are. Always nice to see familiar faces joining the chat. Okay. Okay, let's get rid of that portal, get rid of the disc. We can place this on here. Copies of 2 following spells on the one when cast. So this is functionally a double spell, but it costs 90 mana and adds cast delay, which is not ideal. But what if we do... Let me see here. Definitely want this like this. Put that in there. This is the shuffle one, that's not gonna work. That's not great, that's really not great. Guess we can hold these here. This is an explosive. No, we want that. A much better explosive than the regular firebolt. Matter Eater? I don't see Matter Eater. There's a Sparkly Bounce. Maybe on one of the wands? I don't know where... Oh, you're talking about the buff. Yeah, I don't think we would have had too much use out of that anyway. At least not until I figure out a way to deal with Steve. That doesn't involve the statue. Because Skoda is a very real danger if we start from this mountain. We already have the fire thing. The wand itself is not great. 1867. 1330 with 260 mana charges. Ridiculous. Probably do this. Hold on. This is a jank teleport wand. Get rid of those extras. This can probably just stay like that with 2. Or just the 1 maybe. That's perfectly fine, okay. Increase anything, that's fine, alright. This wand is not any better than the other 2, so we'll get rid of that. Buff Steven. I thought we had agreed that Skoda was Steve's wife, no? Like his buff wife, if I remember correctly. DARPA down, downwards bolt. Makes a projectile separate into a bundle of 5 explosive bolts as soon as they move downwards. I guess that would help clear the area underneath our return. Could be interesting. Might not have been there for that. Yeah, that was probably a couple of the other guys in chat. But I think we had collectively agreed that Steve, you know, Steve was Steve, and then you had Skoda, which is Steve's wife, for whatever reason. Hold on to these things, because why not? Get rid of the wand, although... Yeah, no, it's not great. Explosive immunity. Yes, please, and thank you. is nice. Being able to just deal with things with explosions. Critical and wet could be useful. Mana stats on that are really nice as well. Although it doesn't really do too well against our current wand. Pass on that. I'll take the crit, but it's not a super useful wand on its own. Depression. Not in game 2. I wonder... Okay, it looks like that negates the return from going out, which is very weird. Okay, that's something we're gonna have to fix. For now, we use the laser and hope Steve doesn't get too upset. Oh, he's definitely angry. Okay. Still not wide enough. Okay. Come on, Steve. Come on. Die. Let me go, statue. Let me go. Okay. Don't need any of this. Hold on to this. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. I do want to hold some explosives on here, so we'll probably put that there. Okay, back down we go. Bouncy spells. Greater Fart. That's also a good choice, I suppose. The more you know. Forgot what 3 was too. Fair. I didn't take that long up there. I was only there for like a minute. That's not great. Although I guess those polymorphs could have been worse. Like that guy. How is this thing still alive? There we go. That took forever. Joke's on you, Dracula. Streamlabs is already following. That's why he's here every stream. Personal gravity field is interesting. Lots of TNT. Very good mana max. Low mana charge though. He's in chat but not following. It's just a silly bot that you told to be in your chat. True. Okay. I'm glad we weren't anywhere near that. But also, the nature of the bot following me or not doesn't have any negative side to the fact that he's still there every stream. Even if I did tell it to be there every stream, it's still there. What does this have? Let's get rid of these things first. Reduce spread is interesting. Pass on that for now. Okay. That's a lot of water. Remember caught botting? I doubt I am far from the only streamer that does moderation bots. Invisibilium could be useful. There's no clear way to get it though. Not without, maybe with this? Ooh, now that's interesting. I think we give up the explosives for now. And we try to make try to find a use of those for those healing bolts. Those are very useful. Friendly shield. Okay, let's see what Steve has got to say about all this. He's stuck over in the corner. Okay. Ouch. Come on, Steve. I know you're not stuck over there. Get wrecked. Okie dokie. Back to business. No good spells here. Fire Arc is not exactly great. Let's go! Leg Day is interesting, but I want more defense. I feel like we're probably gonna start getting some interesting votes coming in here soon. Don't need Eldritch, don't need Disc. Might have a use for that later. Sparkly Bounce might just be what we need here. If I do this, Okay. What if it... I didn't see if that healed or not. Not a lot of healing. But it is better than nothing, I suppose. I need to slow that bolt down, though. How do... What if we do this? That's a lot more effective. And this should still work even after they run out of charges, if I'm not mistaken. That's perfectly fine by me. Okay. Glad we got that tower early on. We've got doubles, we have the wand with the digging, we've got the jank teleport. That can't be cast downwards still because of the... That's fine. Okie dokie. Rude. Oh, that's not great, that's not great. Okay. This is really not good. Okie dokie, that's... that was scary. The good thing we've got some sort of healing. Oh, we have boomerang spells. I was wondering why the shots were returning so cleanly. Sure can be lucky that he missed you even though you were right in front of him. Yeah, so... That's a lot of warm blood. Magical liquid. Hold on. Did that just... No, it's still there, okay. I thought it exploded. I want to experiment with that magic liquid. Any interaction there? No. It looks like it just disappears on contact. That's interesting. What if we throw down some of this and then add that? Nothing. Inside the warm blood? It does stay. So it is more dense than warm blood. That's interesting. We'll just leave you there. What was I saying? Oh yeah. The cast range for those, the Thunder Mages specifically, they, at least from what I've observed, they seem to spawn like maybe a full body's length away. So if you're standing right next to them, they probably won't be able to hit you outside of just like melee attacking you. Okay, that's not ideal. Let go of me. Thank you. Those are some scary ducks. Another one. Right. That was a lot better than the other one. Okay, we are kind of stuck. Oh, that's not great. Like the worm summoned somewhere else? This should be interesting. Don't want to deal with that. Is it dead? Not dead yet. The worm could have helped you get out depending on where you spawned. Only tried to help. Fair enough. Thank you for the assist. We have our jank teleport wand though, so we should be fine. Okay, that's less than ideal. That's a lot of acid. Acid could have gotten you unstuck as well. True. That's pretty much a guaranteed exit out of the run, I suppose. Suggest you drop wands. Okie dokie. No, let go. Okay. I don't need that. We have laser. Ouch. Timer bolts either. Chaotic path is not exactly great. Painful gold. Eye worm. You give me a heart if I ask super nicely. Pretty please, could you give me a heart? Okay, that was really close. If you had no wands and got randomized wand, you would have gotten basically a new one, which would have been pretty nice. Well, I should know that as well. Yes. Friendly contact damage. Probably not enough to kill the worm, but... Oh, he died to something else. That's weird. Oh, actually, it might have been fire. Ooh. Very interesting things here. More healing bolts. Yes, please. I don't know why I took this. Might have use later. We'll see. No reason to skip out on the hearts either. We have very good healing now. The wand cap could be huge with this wand. We haven't seen any good wand replacements. Ah, that was early. Ooh, okay. Good recovery. Ooh, we can increase explosives. Could also be good. Let's hope this blesses us. Not quite. Okay. I mean, we could still do this, right? 50, 90, 95 per shot. Even if it is slow, the weakening curse could be very useful for the resulting... You hung him from a chain? Did he actually hang? I didn't see. Oh, that's brutal. Okay, well, sometimes you just gotta do it to him. Oh, hi. Did he just teleport him into the wall? That poor sniper. That's a lot of gold. Guess we just return bolt out. Good thing you made sure to leave us full HP. True. And we can still recharge our HP. We have heals. Quite a couple. We have a couple of options for healing, which is very unusual for one of my runs. Not the ducks! In peace, duck. You will be missed. Okay. A flat surface with not too high of a ceiling. Okay, moment of truth. Let's see if POW will still work with empty charges here. It looks like it still does, okay. Good to know. Oh, rip ducks. I did not expect them to be there. Quantum bolt could be interesting. Ooh, better stats. That's not bad. Given the general power that this has with the modifiers is not terrible. This is not a great situation. Okay, well, that definitely helps. Thank you. Let's get away from all of that. Venomous Curse is interesting. Don't see us really needing to swap anything out for it though. I want the gold, I just was more focused on surviving than actually picking up the gold. What do you have? Digging bolt. While interesting. I mean, I guess we could also pick this up for Deadly Heal. 2 spells, and we can throw it on this one, but we would need this to dig back up, so we'll probably go down first, make the path, and then come back up. Ouch. Rude. Okay. We picked up the bad one. Everybody run! That's something. This is just a full-on battleground out here right now. Yeah, looks like it. We have Acceleradium, Chaotic Poly, Whiskey, Fungal Spore, Water, and Steam. Interesting. Pheromone, not super useful. Okay, we'll explore those options when we come back up. For the moment, we have a Steve to deal with. Ooh, maybe we get a better one here. There's an attack up with a Tentacler modifier. Let's not antagonize. I'm pretty sure that's Skoda actually. So we'll do some quick wand building here. I think if we do that, that should work. 737, 400, 103. Have the shield on here for posterity. Maybe crit on wet, although he's probably not going to be super useful. Okay. One way to find out if this will actually work. He is a tentacle monster. This is the worst outcome. Oh god, that's... that was something. Like, the important thing is we tried. Don't know how I miscalculated so badly to just make hentai Bob. Never thought I would see a run where we just get tentacled to death by Scott. Alright, thanks for hanging out, Light. Hope you have a good rest. Ooh, interesting. Essence to power on Giga Death Cross with quad scatter spells. Natural double cast. 1 second recharge is not great, but might see some use later. Yeah, low mana charge speed plus the low recharge, recast. Yeah, the high recharge time is surprisingly efficient if you have a large mana pool like that, because you can do a lot of very interesting spell combinations if you have enough mana. Glad we took care of that at the beginning. That would have been really bad if we were stuck in the inner paths here. This is not ideal either. Water. Uh-oh. That's gonna go boom. No. Bad fire. Oh, that's a lot of fire. No, stay away from me, Stendari. I don't want to deal with you. Okay. We have lowered aim accuracy because of the booze. Very scary. Okay. Torch gives us light, so we can go to the left and hopefully pick up some extra health and healing. Moo. Moo for modifier. Freezing liquid is not great. Not ideal. Yeah, especially not with sludge to acid. We're gonna hold off on that. I have no idea how I've managed to avoid getting hit for so long, but that was rather impressive if I say so myself. Acid does not stay for as long though. Toxic sludge will just stay. Drop once. It doesn't look like it randomized anything. Fine by me. And yes, even though acid does disappear faster, scary, maybe try to randomize the wand held with your mouse. Maybe. What was I saying though? Right, even though acid does disappear faster, that doesn't make it any more safe, since it does contact damage really quickly and for very high numbers. Yeah. Get wrecked. I thought you liked high numbers? I like high numbers if I'm the one responsible for them. Not so much when they're being used against me. Are we at the western wall yet? I hope so. Let's see. One easy way to find out. Okay. Scary. Hi, Shielding Ghost. Hello, angry fire throwers. Now we're at the western wall. Okay. So here's where things are gonna get a little interesting. Oh, great. Acid transmutation, that's always fun. All in all, that could have been worse. Oh. We made it worse. Okay, well. That's not great. Alright, we try again. That's a lot of crypt rocks. What is going on? Ouch. Max Health Plus. Very much appreciated. Okay, these ones are usually decent. Of course the healthy range is all the way up there. And it gets buried in the freaking coal, okay. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. There's no way. Okay. That's really annoying. How is this healing still going? What? That's really interesting. So if you stain yourself with Healthium and you just don't move, the regeneration will persist as long as the stain stays. That's very good to know. Who needs a flask anyway? True. Flasks are for scrubs and alchemists. We don't want to be either of those. When did? I'm not even sure when that would happen, but okay. I'll take Invisibilium. I will take a Slime as well. Unfortunately, Ambrosia cracked over there. Another Invisibilium. Concentrated Mana could be useful. If I could make my way up there. Come on, really? Fine, we'll settle for Pheromone, I suppose. There go the bombs. Very nice. Let's just go down here. That potion mess is a mess. Let's grab this and this. Ooh, 150 is a very bad recharge time. Okay. Probably better like that. We can just leave this dedicated to digging. Although that's not great. Probably just better off the one that in general. Put these here, get rid of... Actually, no. This could be digging. A short burst, but it's better than nothing. All-seeing eye could still see some use, so we'll hold on to that. Future science for chain bolt. High mana, low cap. Already dealing with that. I think Wand Raider is probably the play here. You definitely want to pick up some extra wands on the way down. Actually, I really don't think that's going to be necessary here. We'll just stick with this. I have Pheromone to solve that. The empty wand. Sea of Oil, Blood Cloud. Blood Cloud? Okay. You're gonna have to remember that that's there, in case it becomes relevant later. Okay, down we go. So there's a wand down this way somewhere. There's another wand to our left. Okay, bottom wand is now unshuffled. It's a pity we're gonna get rid of it anyway, because it's a whole second and a half on recharge time, which is not ideal. Okay, why are these things taking so long to die? Maybe damage is not high enough? Yeah, most likely that's the issue. Let's just... Yep, that's what I was afraid of. Okay. Let's just hang out in the corner here. Okay. Onwards. So here's one of the wands. Not sure how we're gonna get in there. Looks like there's an open pass over on the right. That's fine. Goodbye, Duende. More bombs, no need. Although 33108 stats. Not bad. Low capacity though is still not great. Yeah, pass on that. If I had a proper bottle to empty out for it, that would be nice. Okay. Yeah, we're not gonna make it for a lot of this. Can you not be annoying, please? Thank you. Why is it? How does that crack the bottle every time? What is going on? And that's what I'm confused about. It should not be throwing that hard. At least not with where I had my mouse positioned anyway. Die, stream elements. Die. Growing fungal spores and soil and a halcyon potion underneath all of this. Well, only one way to see if we can get it. Yep, that potion's gone. Cool. Let's see. We are not doing great this run. Another one up over to the left. Arrows. Shuffle. 30, 55. I guess we'll hold on to it for... Yeah, no, that's not useful at all. Definitely don't want that now that we have acid trail. Okay, interesting. Energy spheres could be useful. Not really effective on that setup though. Nice sea, yeah. Sea of flammable gas. Always cast flamethrower. Interesting. Is what like a power up? The flamethrower? It's just the always cast means that it just casts every time you fire a projectile out of the wand. Well, actually, that's wrong. Anytime you fire the wand, it will cast that always cast. This could be slightly more effective digging than the bombs, actually, so we'll probably swap this. Seem to deal more damage with it. That's because flamethrower has an actual damage associated to it. It does 12 explosive damage, 11 fire damage. So like 20 some odd additional damage. It's a very good spell. It's nice for always cast, but otherwise it wouldn't be that great because it only has 60 charges to it. It does definitely step up the wand though. It's a lot more efficient or effective now than it was before. You are right about that. Go ahead and throw a speed up in here. That should help the fireballs move. Yeah, a little better. We're getting a lot of fire related stuff. Another capacity up. That's a little better. And we are net negative on the cast with the duck. So that's really good. If only had fire immunity? Yeah, right? Hold on to a couple of these, get rid of these, get rid of all of this. Don't really want this one either. Shuffle one, I guess we could do this, right? Need that actually, put that on here. We could bifurcate the last one, or the last two. Fire this off as a set. Throw this on there. That's really slow, never mind. Probably just better off doing this here. That's fine there, put that there, leave that there, that should be fine. I guess we could theoretically speed this up a little more. Still not great. We need something to wand wrap properly. Better, but now we're setting ourselves on fire more frequently, which is not what we're looking for necessarily. Will bifurcate treat us any nicer? Mostly. We work pretty efficiently. No, aside from setting ourselves on fire. We are entering the snowy area, so we're probably not in too much danger from the fire. We could always just fire from while we're flying as well. It should be fine. We'll figure this out. Let's take this just to hold on to that. And be on our merry way. Wow, rude. Okay, well, our one is, this one is still intact. What did you get rid of here? I don't remember what this one was, but this is now useless to us. So we'll let that go. Recharge is going to be huge. That will eliminate the oil trail that we've had. Oh, come on. How did I get stuck there? What? Is there ice there or something? I don't understand. There had to have been ice or something there. There's no other explanation to how I got stuck. Welcome back, Hooligan. Okay, well, we try again. Ooh, Don't Starve. I haven't played Don't Starve in a while. Is it a solo play world? Summon Steve. Great. That's exactly what I want right now. Okay, Dracula. We'll be here. Okay, Steve seems to be not exactly stuck up there, but not able to path his way out, I suppose. That's fine. Very. Okay, he can stay stuck there, that's fine. Rude. Worst ones. Okay, so I have no attack spells now. Lovely. How in the world is that? You've got to be kidding me. Okay, I'll try again. I don't know how that last one was affected by the worst ones, but it is what it is, I suppose. Of course, there's a polymorphy mage. Come on. And a meat monster, okay. Lots of things I really don't want to deal with right now. Sounds like there's a Stavari out here somewhere too, which is very concerning. Okay, we have digging now. That's something, I suppose. With Matter Eater. That's very good. Just gonna cut across all of this. Don't mind me. I could dig up into the tree also, but that's not super useful right now. I can't see where I'm going. This is not a good idea. Hello. Oh, that's not great. I should not be standing there. Yay, 30 seconds of Greed Curse. Nice. Okay, rude. Okay, down we go. Can't really see anything to the west for the heart. Just gonna go this way. Sparkle. This is not great. We didn't get much gold out of that. Fungal disease is not great. Rage field levitation. I guess this is our best choice here. Gonna lie, this is looking pretty bad. What do we have? Snow potion. It could be an interesting fungal shift. Gold and Halcyon. That means something up here turned into Midas, maybe? Or the sand just turned into gold for some reason. No, yeah, that's definitely Draught of Midas. Very weird, okay. Okay, enough of the Midas. Let's go over to the fungal area. Would have chosen randomized one if I got a vote earlier. I know why. Of course I know why. It's just so that I panic every single time. Okay, death by fire. Cool. That's painful. Okay, we try that again. I'm pretty glad I warned you beforehand. True. Streamers disable it because they do not want their main one to be randomized and to run ruin right at. I feel like learning to... Ow, okay. Learning to react to those situations properly is pretty important. Especially since I do plan on doing like daily runs and stuff more consistently in the future. Having the knowledge to be able to adjust to very bad situations is very useful. Ouch. Gas fire is probably the best choice there. Don't really need much else. Could probably swap these to make it more efficient. That's not a good one. Robot dude. Don't like that robot down there. Always annoying. Ouch. Now there's two of them down there. Just to add a little more to the problem. Lava trail. That could be useful here. Pretty sure I killed the robot down there. That's just rude. Okay. Whatever you say, game. Try that again. Another one bites the dust. You know, I do wonder where that saying comes from. Like, I know that's from a song, but like, can you actually bite dust? Like, it's a powder. I don't think you can bite dust. It's a very weird saying, in my opinion. Hooligan says yes. Explain, please, because I feel like biting is supposed to sever two pieces of a whole. Dust, in essence, is just not a whole. It's just a bunch of particles. People bite people and it doesn't sever anything? Okay. But in that situation, then I guess your teeth are kind of latching onto something tangible and complete. Dust, in essence, is just not something you can... I mean, I guess you could bite like a layer of dust and have a layer of that stuff coating your teeth, but I don't think that would technically count as biting it. Dust is tangible and complete, but it's small. I mean, I guess on, you know, whatever microscopic level it would go to be a full unit, sure, but I just find it odd. I can buy an ant, a hair, dust. I don't know, I feel like there's a distinction between like a strand of hair, which is a small thing, but it's still a very long strand of something, whereas opposed to dust is just like at its very, oh god, the worst mutation, at its very core or essence, it is just a thing. Like at its smallest, it's maybe a couple of atoms. If it's a single dust particle, it's pretty odd, but if you're in dust, say from a car driving too fast, you're biting dust. I mean, I guess that's correct. I don't know, I just find it odd as a saying to bite the dust, which I guess is supposed to be like a play on words for like being buried and whatever. Like, you know, you bite the dust when you're underground, but like, I don't know, it's just weird when I try to think about it logically. Okay, 2 broken wands, interesting. Potion shop here, there's pheromone. Glum we don't need. Root. Pheromone. Guiding powder, so there's an unstable telly in there somewhere. Who is the shopkeep? Stendari. I don't feel like messing with that. Rude. Where's the invisibilium? Zerkium, pheromone. The good stuff gone. Okay. That wasn't supposed to bounce. Really? Okie-dokie. That's just rude. Sea of Mimicium. Hold on to that for science, why not? That's not used faster. Throw this on there, get rid of this, put this in here. Only a couple pixels at a time, but it's better than nothing. It's also better than nothing, I suppose. Well, since we're not going to be flying out of liquids, repellent cape is probably good. Should be fine. That's rude. PW pass, yeah, and it destroyed the potion in the process. You just don't want me to have any nice things. I see how it is. I don't see spells. Okay, so the entire left side here is blocked off, which means I have to waste some amount of time digging. That's not going to be fun. I think Mighty Duck might have gotten cancelled. Don't see him anywhere. Unless he's up here. That doesn't look like a normal formation. Definitely some fighting going on up there. Not over here. Not below, I don't think. It doesn't look like it's on there. Okay, well, we're gonna get rid of that one eventually, so that's fine. Drop wands. I might have done that too late. No, that's fine. Okay. That's a much better explosive than what we had anyway. Not my fault you read it so late. True. Burst is not useful here. Sands of Time. Fire bombs. Not super useful, but the wand could be good. Jeez. Now we have healing waiting for us there if we need it. This could also be a useful wand. Those are hornets. I don't want to deal with that right now. Okey. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Oh, this part here could be useful. Oh, come on. Please die, Hornet. Jeez. Don't tell me the Harmage got teleported away. That's annoying. Okay. That's a lot of gold you just cost me. Okay. We are not getting any good attack spells here. Try this one more time. Fire potion. And yes, we could have dipped out to a corner and healed, but with the amount of mobs that were coming out of the sides, it was not entirely realistic. Especially considering half of that area was flooded in some liquid or another. Welcome back. Masters can have fun down there with those guys. Alright, Dracula. Thank you for stopping by. Always a pleasure to see familiar faces. I hope you have a good day. Okay, that's not crazy at all. Pandorium is not fun to deal with. Please put this fire out. Here. Do want to bottle some of that Midas if I can. There's even some alchemic precursor mixed in there. Let's go ahead and dump this poly. The dogs. What the dog doing? What is this ominous liquid? That's not great. What? There's no way. Was my house really that low? I mean, I guess it is flashing red, so it's probably below 10. That's unfortunate. Okay. I think we're probably gonna call stream there. It's almost 7, so I've been going at it for about 3 hours now. It's a little on the short side, but got a build back up to the usual stream length stamina. It's been a bit of a busy week, so trying to get back into the swing of things here. But thank you for stopping by. If anybody's still watching, always a pleasure to have people hanging out. I did mention this earlier, but I am going to look into doing maybe Risk of Rain 2 later today or maybe tomorrow. But yeah, we'll probably give that a try. In the meantime, I hope you all have a good rest of your day or evening, and I will see you guys in the next stream. Have a good one, everybody.